We are back with another episode of Living in Columbus, Ohio, and today I'm going to be talking about some mistakes you should not overlook when moving to Columbus in 2023. Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Brad.Winter, and if this is your first time to the channel, make sure you tap on that subscribe button, click on the bell, give us a like, because it notifies everybody when we drop a new video. And in these videos, we talk about everything that you need to know about the Columbus metro and surrounding areas. Now, if you've been here before, if you're an avid subscriber or viewer of this, I really appreciate you coming back. Always means a lot when we have a great audience. So with that being said, as much as I love doing these videos for you guys, I'm also a licensed real estate agent in the state of Ohio. So I would love nothing more to help you with your real estate needs. So if you're thinking about making a move, if you're already in the process of relocating, if you live here in the Columbus metro or surrounding areas and you need help buying or selling real estate, make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, fire off an email, whatever you got to do, make sure you do it because I'm going to have your back when it comes to all things related to our amazing city and surrounding areas. Let's get right into this episode. Number one, I'm looking at some notes right here. This is probably the biggest thing that's going on right now. Do not underestimate our real estate market. A lot of people that I talk to that relocate here, or even people that actually still live here, they are baffled when I tell them what is going on with the real estate market here locally. And I think it's probably because we're Columbus, Ohio. People sleep on us. Maybe they don't take us seriously. We're a flyover state. All those things that you hear about us. So they're like, well, I can't be that crazy in Columbus. You know, it's just a farm state. No big deal. Well, let me tell you something. It's the fourth hottest housing market in the country right now. It's been like that probably for the last 18 months. Probably it's definitely been top 10. We're and just in March and April, we're top 4. So it's crazy right now. So you should be prepared for that. If you are looking to buy real estate when you move here, if you already live here, more times than not, multiple offers, way over asking. You're going to have to use appraisal gap money and all those things in terms that you hear all throughout other places. You're going to have to do it here. And guess what? There's no inventory. And there's a ton of buyers and there's a ton of people moving here. So the real estate market is nuts. If you're a seller, call me. It's a great time to make a move. If you're going to upsize or even downsize, got a lot of equity in your house, give me a call. So don't underestimate that. People come here and they cannot believe what's going on. So that is one big mistake that you should avoid thinking about when it comes to real estate in Columbus. Number 2 on our list is you definitely need to research neighborhoods and surrounding cities or areas. If you guys have not been here before, go up, view my channel. You have almost maybe 100 videos on this channel of different areas of the Columbus metro and surrounding areas. You can do a ton of research on here. If that doesn't work, get on Google, type in the areas that you're thinking about living, call me, I will help. You always want to research what areas of the city or the neighborhoods that you want to live in. There's so much information out there. I think that's something that people kind of take for granted is they just show up here and they're like, well, what do I do now? Or what's this place about? Do your homework ahead of time. Call me. I will be more than happy. If you're looking to make a move and buy, I'll be more than happy to help you of where to live. That is something that I have found in the past that people that do their homework, they check out my channel, check out Google, other resources that are out there. They're well ahead of the game when they get here and they can make decisions faster than people that just show up here and they have no clue what's going on. So research your neighborhoods and the cities or surrounding areas that you want to live in before you get here. And then when you're ready, we can get going. Number 3, don't sleep on the cost of living. People always ask property taxes. We have some of the highest property taxes in the entire country. So that's something that you want to be prepared for. I know people can't realize or they can't wrap their head around, in Dublin, a $500,000 house, maybe your property taxes are $9,000, $10,000, $11,000, $12,000. They can't wrap their head around that, right? So you got to think about that. And depending on where you're coming from, that could be a huge shock. But again, where you're coming from, maybe it costs you $1 million to get into the same size home as it would for like $500,000 here. So there's always some give and takes. But think about, that's one major thing that I think people get blown away by is we have some extremely high property taxes. Now, I looked up on, I think it's like PayScale maybe was the website that I looked this up on. But some numbers came across the screen that I thought was interesting is we're 10% less when it comes to cost of living than in comparison to the United States. So again, when you move in here, depending on where you're at, you could potentially have less cost living. 20% in housing or less, 7% in utilities, 3% in food. So by coming here, depending on where you're coming from, obviously, and depending how much money you make and your expenses and all that good stuff, it actually could behoove you to live here because you're going to potentially be saving more money or, making more money. So something to think about. And also, let me move my notes over here. I have this incredible stat that I pulled up. Forgive me for looking at my notes, but that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, on payscale.com, I typed in, I was moving from Chicago, Illinois, moving to Columbus, Ohio, and let's say my annual salary is $75,000. So by making a move to Columbus from Chicago, my overall cost of living is going to be 25% less, and my housing is going to be 47% less. Mind-boggling. Crazy. So that's a good place to go. Payscale.com. You can put in all sorts of information, and you can get some studies, which is cool. So how to look at my notes. Sorry, not that big of a professional. All right, another thing you need to do. Coming in number 4 on the list, prepare for the weather. And being in the Midwest, we've got all 4 seasons. And if you are from Ohio, if you know anything about Ohio, all 4 seasons could literally happen in 1 week. So in the spring, I've seen it snow, rain, just be kind of cold. And then all of a sudden, at the end of the week, it's super warm and people are in shorts and a t-shirt. It's happened. It probably will happen. It's still May. It might happen this year. So don't sleep on that. A lot of people come here and they don't know what to do. I've had clients that were, some of my best friends now, but they were in Arizona and California before that. They've never really been in a full-fledged winter or had a snowstorm. They didn't know what to do. So you got to prepare for that. Read up on it. Watch videos. Ask me. Ask your neighbors. How do you deal with the winter months here? What should I have to be prepared? What do I need? What do I not need? All those good things. So definitely you want to be prepared for our weather. In the summer, if you're not used to humidity, it's going to be a tough first summer for you because it is super humid here. So that's another thing you want to think about. Our springs are gloomy, usually some rain, not that warm. I hate spring here. Full disclosure, sucks. I'd rather just it be winter still. So again, think about that. And then our falls, everybody says this, but I'm going to say it again. It's the best time of the year. Just do your homework, because if you're coming from Southern California, you're not going to know what to do for the 3 seasons that you don't have out there. If you're coming from Alaska, it's a different story. But I would say that's something that people make the mistake of not doing. Last but not least, don't overlook our recreational opportunities. So I hear this all the time, and I don't understand it. I think it's because people, they don't take the time to research, or, they're just comparing it to the extremes. But we have all sorts of great opportunities to, if you love the bike, I'm working with a client right now. They road bike, they mountain bike, they like to do just like normal biking in the city. They do the big Peloton bike rides, 100 miles plus on the roads out in the country. There's all sorts of that can go on. So if you're somebody that loves to bike, if you're coming from an area where that happens, you can still do it here. The scenery just might be different. The challenges might be different when it comes to biking, but we still have plenty of opportunity to do that in our great city and state. Hiking, we've got some great metro parks with some cool hiking here. You can go down the Hocking Hills, which is, an hour away, maybe a little bit more than that. And you've got all sorts of opportunities to hike down there. You can go to the Cuyahoga Valley National Forest in Cleveland and do that. We're close to West Virginia, where you have like mountains you can do. So again, we're not the West. We're not gonna have Colorado hiking by any means, but you can still get your fix. We still have those opportunities. If you have a dog, if significant other, kids, whatever, you could still get out to do that. You just got to be a little more flexible. The water life here isn't that great, right? I mean, we've got a couple lakes, couple reservoirs. We've got some small lakes, within an hour drive. We have the Great Lakes up north that you can go up to. It's different. It's not going to be maybe like a Minnesota, Wisconsin, or something out west. Or, we certainly don't have the ocean. So, your lake life with boating and, skiing, wakeboarding, it's a little bit different. But we have these things. So, again, recreational opportunities. We've got sports that you can do, co-ed sports, men's league, women's league, you name it. I mean, I'm in a pickleball league every Saturday morning, 6:30. Well, it's not a true league, but, we've got 8 guys that play every Saturday morning. So that's the big thing. I think people think that we're just this boring town. There's nothing to do. And that's just not the case. You just got to know where to look, who to know, where things are at. So if you do your homework ahead of time, you'll be just fine. All right, so there you have it. Those are some mistakes you should avoid when moving to Columbus in 2023. If you have any questions about those, make sure you hit me up, shoot me a call, fire off a text, send me an email, whatever you got to do. Make sure you do it. I can answer all these questions for you. I can help you out. Most importantly, I can help you with all things real estate related. So until next time, we'll see you on the next episode of Living in Columbus.